The capital of Belgium, Brussels, is a fascinating place with stunning architecture and fascinating history packed into every street and alleyway. The vibe of the city is hard to put your finger on. Sometimes it seems very business and bureaucracy focused. It is after all the administrative center of the EU, but at other times it feels laid back and does not take itself too seriously. Think Mannequin Piece and the comic strip center. It is this multi-layered atmosphere that makes Brussels such a great city to visit. It truly has something for everyone and offers European staples such as art and architecture alongside more unusual attractions. Don't visit Brussels if you are on a diet, as the fries, mussels, and beer will soon have you indulging. Let's have a look at the best things to do in Brussels. Number 1. Be inspired by the Grand Place. The Grand Place in Brussels is hidden away in the center of the city, but when you enter on foot, you are guaranteed to be left awestruck. At the center of the Grand Place is the beautiful 15th century City Hall, but dotted around the square you will also be impressed by the 6 guild halls and their striking architecture. The square is worth visiting several times at different times of the day. On certain days, there is a flower market in the square and visiting at night is recommended. Number 2. Laugh at the Mannequin Piece. This odd statue has risen to fame and is a popular tourist attraction in the city. The name simply translates to Little Man P, and it has been given this name for obvious reasons. The statue takes a little bit of skill in hunting down, unless you see it as part of a tour, but it is worth persevering. You will find it by taking the right lane away from the town hall. The statue is thought to date back to the early 17th century and it was designed by Jérôme Duquesnoy. Number 3. Relax in the Parc du Cinquantenaire. The Parc du Cinquantenaire has been around since the reign of Leopold II. It is a great place to visit for a number of reasons, whether you plan on having a picnic on the grass whilst absorbing the stunning architecture, or whether you intend to appreciate the vast collection of 35,000 artifacts housed in the museums here. A trip to the Parc du Cinquantenaire should be part of any trip to Brussels. Number 4. Enjoy a beer tour of Brussels. Belgians are very proud of their beer and it has played an important role throughout the history of the city. Tours are available that allow beer aficionados to experience the best pubs in the city as well as learning about the history of the beer and seeing how it is made in one of the city's breweries. Whether or not you are a beer fan, this tour is worth considering due to the pride and historical value associated with beer in the city. Number 5. See and be seen at Café Belga. Something of an institution in the city of Brussels, the Café Belga is hugely popular with locals, expats, and tourists alike. Located at the heart of Place Flagy, which is itself somewhat of a cultural mixing pot, the café has great views, a buzzing atmosphere, and great, affordable Belgian café food. The café gets busy in the summer, but this is part of its charm. Whilst you are in the area, Frit Flagy is well worth visiting and serves some of the best fries in the city. Number 6. Marvel at the Atomium. The Atomium, located in Heysel Park in the west of the city, is a jaw-dropping model of an atom which just happens to be a whopping 100 meters tall. The sculpture was made in 1958 to welcome a new and atomic age to Belgium and is an accurate depiction of an iron molecule, except that it is about 165 billion times larger. Glass-roofed life takes guests to the top in a time of only 20 seconds. There they can enjoy a beer and snack before descending. Number 7. Search for Tintin. As you wander around central Brussels, you'll come across loads of big and smaller references to Tintin. Now, you can join a comic strip walk, but they're pretty easy to find yourself. For one of the most famous, head to Rue de L_Retouve, where you'll easily spot Tintin. You'll also find loads of Tintin goodies from places like La Boutique Tintin. It really is one of the cooler things to do in Brussels, or at least see on a weekend. Number 8. Gorge on Belgian chocolate. Just like waffles, no visit to Brussels is complete without a belly filled with chocolate. I jest not. For some of the best chocolatiers in Brussels, pop over to Maison Pierre Marcolini, Wittamer, or Côte d'Or. You'll love them all, I promise. Don't forget to visit the home of Godiva, too. After all, Brussels is where it all started. Number 9. Step back in time at the Old England Building. The Old England Building in Brussels was formerly a department store and was built in the very last year of the 19th century. The building attracts visitors because of its stunning facade, but also due to the fascinating and vast musical museum it houses. The museum is home to more than 2,000 musical instruments with historic value and gives guests a chance to listen to many of them. The cafe on the roof of the building provides memorable panoramic views of the city. Number 10. Visit Brussels, Notre Dame du Sablon. This spectacular Gothic cathedral began life in the 14th century and it was used as a chapel by the Archers Guild. It was extensively expanded in the next century to the popularity and supposed healing powers of the Madonna statue located within. The statue was allegedly stolen by a husband and wife team of thieves in a rowing boat. The location of the statue is unknown, but the story is commemorated by a life-size model inside the building.